What's up, guys? Welcome or welcome back. It's me, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. And if you are new, hit that subscribe and the bell. Ooh, double ding. Okay. And subscribe. Yeah. And shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. And, you know, thank you to all of you. What is happening? I'm sorry. A little chaotic. It's fine. We'll be okay. Thank you for all that y'all do. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the donations. Thank you to all the booked readings with me. And if you wish to book a reading, my email is in the description box, and my readings are 40% off until the end of December 2024. So take advantage of that if you feel called to. All right, so what are we talking about? We're talking about how have you glown up recently. This is just in general, or how people have felt like you have glown up, okay? I don't know, okay? I don't know. You guys definitely glow up. You definitely change, and we're going to see what has been the recent changes and how, you know, people feel like you've glown up or changed. We have 3 piles today. Pile number 1, I'm not high, by the way, this is sober. Pile number 1, which is the Under the Sea Tarot. Pile number 2, which is the Tridevia Deck Tarot. Pile number 3, which is the Astro Matrix Tarot. You can pick more than one pile if you feel called to. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the pile that you pick. Bye. What's up, pile 1? It's me, Drea. And this is Theowlsintuition. If you are new, hit the subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time that I post some new content. I've been trying to reach you about your warranty. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and if you wanna book a reading, my email is in the description box. But I won't ever message you for a reading, so just be careful of scammers. We're going to get your current energy to see if this is your pile. If this doesn't resonate, you can watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader, do whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it is your life, okay? But it's always my intention that it feels like a personal baby, but don't ever let these messages take from you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. It's a general YouTube collective reading. Okay, what is pile number 1's current energy? Yeah. Ooh, the empty room. Oh, you're on the precipice of massive amounts of magical change. Okay? Look, the womb on the bottom for confirmation. Your creativity and the way that you manifest and the things that you manifest are about to go crazy, okay? You're entering a vortex from nothing to something, okay? You may have been going through a period of feeling lack or like wanting more, or just feeling stuck and stagnant, or wanting to get out of your home more, or your room more, and just be more, you know, motivated, confident, or like active, right? But it's winter where I'm at, so it's like you still want to go out and like do things and be with people and all this stuff, but it's like you're in a period of transition, change, and it's time for you to embrace the emptiness. Embrace the space. Okay, when I say that, I mean, a lot of times things take longer to manifest because we don't become vibrationally aligned. And sometimes, to usher in massive amounts of change, we need to declutter or remove things that are in our vibrational proximity. Okay, things that are close to us, we have to release those things, remove those things, so that we can remove those energetic imprints that are blocking the things that we want to manifest, right? Because we attract what we are. And if we are surrounded by things that no longer align with us, that's going to keep us in that energy, you know? I hope that makes sense. The way I'm saying it sounds so fucking weird. But you've been uncomfortable in your comfort zone, and it's like that's pushing you to break free and get out of this empty room and fill it with new things. But it's like you're embracing the in-between right now. So understand that You have endless possibilities, all right? If you've been suffering from addictions or instability or lack mindset, that is shifting as well. I'm telling you, your creativity is going to be on 100. You're going to be creating things out of nothing and filling up this empty room. If you've been feeling empty, unmotivated, just lack in any way, that is going to be disintegrating, okay? All of it is leaving, and whatever is not for your highest and best good, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, it's leaving, okay? Whatever is unnecessary, whatever is just taking up space, whatever is just bringing you down energetically is about to be stripped from your life, or you're going to strip it from your life because you're going to follow some guidance, some intuition. You're going to trust your gut, okay? But you have a lot of wisdom, okay? And this is going to help you to overcome this impatience that you're going to be grappling with as you transition to your new life, okay? So just kind of embrace and enjoy this journey, and know that like where you're at is only temporary. It's just the bridge to get to the other side. So just know that if you're going through some uncomfortable situations, or you're feeling the pressure, or you're feeling the nudge to move or make changes, do that, but make sure that you're doing it out of love, out of alignment, out of intuition, not out of fear or anger or resentment or lack. Okay, when you move out of lack, you will continue to lack. But when you move out of faith, God got you. 444. So just trust that all the things that are being let go of right now, and all the discomfort, it's all happening for a reason, okay? It's helping you to release from the attached things, release attachment from the things that have kept you in prison and kept you lower vibrational, and to help you to have realizations about what is no longer serving you, so that you can make room for the things that will. So if that resonates at all, you are clearing the way for a new fucking life, new fucking day. Congratulations, good things are coming your way. Just continue to have faith and surrender. Don't hold on to the rope too tight, just let go. So if that resonates at all, let's get into your reading. All right, pile number 1. It's been a while, but I'm here. How have you grown up? And how do people think that you've grown up? We have the Path, Murky Waters, and Social Worker. All right, people are starting to see that you chose a different path. You're still helping people, but not to your detriment. The way that you've grown up is you're no longer people pleasing, okay? You have super healthy boundaries. You're still communicating, but you're focused on your well-being as well as the well-being of others, okay? You're not out here trying to fix everyone else's problems and help other people's with challenges when you're still, like, while your whole house is on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you were the type of person who put fixing everyone else's life and giving everyone else advice before you were fixing your own. There's some kind of pathway to ultimate abundance, and that's how you're glowing up, is that you're on the path to high abundance. You've closed out some situations that were causing you to be surrounded by sharks in this murky waters area. Okay, you closed out some situations, and that has caused your energy to uplift, and it's kind of shocking to people, but it's making you like glisten, like glowing. You have like a new glow, okay? Why am I hearing Undertow? That's that song. Undertow. I don't even know how it goes. No, because I'm laughing because then I heard Camel Toe, so I'm sorry. I don't know if I can know. I don't know. Okay. Maybe your clothes are fitting differently. Alright. I'm crying. Let me take this seriously. I'm sorry, but the way that you've grown up is your sense of humor. I don't think you're getting offended by people anymore, and I think your sense of humor has like elevated to the point where you're saying shit and people actually like have to think about it, and then it's like so funny. Was this the Path? Oh my god, that's a lot. We're taking reversals? No? Yeah? Yeah, we are. Okay. So the Path, we have the Magician, not surprised there, the Hermit, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. You never told no lies. The way that you're glowing up is that you're manifesting your truth. You're manifesting your highest and best timeline. You're quantum leaping towards your desires. The desires that you said that you were going to get, you're standing on business and you're putting yourself out there. Okay, you're applying your wisdom. You never told no lies. The way you're glowing up too is your body. Alright, because this man's chest over here. It's looking real scrumdiddlyumptious. You could be changing your body in some way, shape, or form, and it's working. It's looking nice, and people are taking notice, but also you probably should be noticing pretty soon too. I mean, you look at yourself in the mirror every day, but kind of like look at yourself in the mirror with a less critical mindset, and you're gonna start to see like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. My arms ain't as flabby as they used to be. What is this, murky waters? Bitch, yeah. You were surrounded by some sharks. You were surrounded by some people who wanted you to feel incomplete, okay? And you couldn't see it because of the murky waters. What is that? I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like a palm tree type shit. I don't fucking know. But it looks like it just looks broken and gross and dying and the circle of life, of course, but still, yeah, the justice, like, the way that how you're glowing up right now, or how you've grown up, is that you are finally embodying your true authentic self, and you don't give a damn about the sharks. You don't give a damn about the people who are trying to trigger you. You don't give a damn about the murky waters. You'll swim through that shit and you'll punch every shark up in that bitch. And when I say that, I mean you are defending yourself. You're no longer surrounded by people who didn't have your highest and best good, and you're honestly making more money. Your finances has blown up in some way, shape, or form with the 9 of Pentacles, but that's not even the main thing. The main thing is like you're loving on yourself so much more, and you loving on yourself is putting you on the path towards your highest and best timeline, because you're doing things that are for your highest and best good, I guess, you know, but you're also helping others with this social worker, you know. What is this? Yeah, you're helping people. The way you've grown up is that you help people, you help bring new opportunities, or you help to inspire people to go after new opportunities, to see that they're amazing in whatever that they do, and you help people to realize there is no competition. It doesn't matter that people wanted to fight with you. It doesn't matter that you weren't treated fairly. That doesn't matter, because fuck those people. They're not meant to be on your path. And that's how I feel like you're helping people. I feel like you're helping people to leave behind the toxicity and the drama and the trauma, and you're helping society. You're helping people become better. You're helping people to be more happy or healthy in some way, shape, or form. And you're also prioritizing yourself. You're like a gift. You're a gift that keeps on giving, okay? And you're not going to give to people who don't want your success, who don't want you to do good, okay? Maybe you gave to, like, you were like the type of person, like, you know, kill them with kindness type shit. Like, people who were mean to you and shit, you would still help them, or like they would tell, like, you know, those jokes that are really not jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like those people who just tell jokes but they're roasting people the whole time, making fun of people the whole time, and like you didn't have boundaries. Seven of Wands in the reverse, you know, you would just like ha 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 ha, you would laugh with them, when in reality you're like, damn, what the fuck, like why you put me on blast like that, you know, what kind of friend are you? And then at one point you was just like, I'm gonna fade into the mist, and you dipped up out of there on all of them, and now they're shocked. And that's how you grew up, because you don't surround yourself around people who want you to be stuck in murky waters. Whoa. You know what it is too? The thing is jealousy is crazy, because people will kill people for jealousy. Jealousy causes murders. A lot of people. Okay, calm down. A lot of things cause murder, but at the end of the day, those are one of the things that you'd be like, are you serious right now? Like, why would you end somebody's life for that? But people do crazy things. What are you gonna do? At the end of the day, the moral of the story is that you glowed up because you don't give a shit about the jealousy. You don't give a shit about the haters, and you don't surround yourself around those people anymore. You clock it, and you peep game, and you climb that ladder towards your goals and dreams, and that's what you're doing, and that's how you glowed up. Let's get into your tarot. All right, pile 1. I thought I was recording, and I guess I wasn't. So we're gonna do this again. Let's talk about the cards first. We have the Hierophant, Complete, Queen of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands, and the King of Swords in the reverse. Every time I say 9 of Wands, or anyone says 9 of Wands, it always sounds like Knight of Wands for some reason to me. I'm not sure why. So, first of all, you have matured greatly. All right? I heard Negative Nancy when I was recording earlier. No, I wasn't recording. When I was talking to myself earlier, I heard Negative Nancy. So there's a shift in mindset, but also in your emotional receptivity. You don't get offended anymore, and that's how you've grown up. I'm not sure if people notice this, but I think that that's just overall how you've grown up, is that you just don't get offended, or you're less reactive. You're very compassionate, but you still have firm boundaries. And it's like, you'll stand on business, but not in a disrespectful way. You don't have to yell to make your point across. And people, like, you demand respect without actually like demanding respect. So people automatically want to give it to you because it's not like you have to beg for it or force it. You're not a forceful person, but people understand that you're a force to be reckoned with, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you have some kind of power, prestige, okay? People put you on a pedestal, bitch. Like, look at this. Like, what? Not only has your money or your work ethic blown up as well, but the way that you get excited to work, or the fact that you're doing work that is exciting to you, okay? Maybe work was boring, or you worked at a job you didn't like, or you were doing things you didn't like, or you didn't find joy in your job or your work or whatever it was that you were doing, and now it's like you're doing something that's fulfilling, something that's exciting, something that still helps people, but you get to make money from doing it. A lot of you guys could be entrepreneurs in some way, shape, or form, or content creators, or whatever it is. You could work at a job you really love, you know what I'm saying, with non-toxic people. Because, you know, you could work at a dope-ass job and work at with toxic-ass people, and it makes the whole job shitty. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad, you know. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about here. But it's just, you know. But then you gotta make sure you don't let it don't allow it to bother you too. Because I've been in situations like that, and it's like, you know what? Your dusty ass is not gonna make me have a bad day. Fuck that. So yeah, your money. Something about your face has blown up in some way, shape, or form, okay? Maybe you've been using whitening strips or doing your teeth different. Maybe you switched up your teeth routine. Maybe you're doing mouth tape. Maybe you're wearing that wrap head thing. Maybe you're doing gua sha. I don't know what this is, but it's like something about either you draining the fluids from your face, depuffing, reducing inflammation in your body, okay? There's something about that. I know, random. Take it as it resonates. You also, you're steady, you're disciplined, you're determined, you're consistent, you're a hard worker, you have good work ethic, but you're also spontaneous. You found balance. You're not just a workaholic anymore. Maybe you were a workaholic and you're always doing this, or maybe you weren't doing any work and you was always bullshitting or partying or whatever it is. Now you found this happy medium. You found balance in your life, okay? You've also built a connection with yourself, and despite your flaws, whatever they are, okay, because they're obviously, everyone has different flaws to themselves, even though you're perfectly imperfect, and like you love yourself. You don't diminish yourself anymore, okay? There's a big shift in mindset. You're kinder to yourself. You take better care of yourself. You're excited to go to work or do what it is that you do for work, or you're doing something that you love, and you're living a better and happier life. I feel like there's an excitement. There's a big shift in, you know, maybe you were bored and now it's like you're productive and you're busy, but not busy in a way that's like running around like you're a chicken with your head cut off. It's just you're productive. You're doing things that matter. You're doing things that will help you, okay? The big emphasis on you taking actions or having habits that, one, make you feel good, two, improve your health in some way, shape, or form, physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, three, it makes you money. Like, you're out here making money. You're focused on yourself. And yeah, the way you defend yourself too is shocking to people, and that's how you've grown up, because I feel like when you defend yourself, it happens so quickly, and because you're not yelling or cussing or saying negative shit to people, and like you're graciously and kindly just setting a boundary, it's shocking to people, because maybe you were the type of person who always blowed up and always cussed everybody out and was always looking for a fight and this and that, and now it's like you're very passive, but you're not passive aggressive, because you don't get aggressive. You'll stand firm, you'll stand on business, but like you don't need to attack anybody. shit, your silence is deafening. Your silence be killing people. Your silence be killing egos. Let me tell you that. And that's how you've grown up. Because it's like you will reject anybody who's not getting you excited, anyone who's not paying your bills, anyone who's trying to bring you down. I feel like you got to ignore. You'll ignore the shit out of somebody. You'll look them dead in their face and hear what they're saying and ignore it, especially if it's negative. And that's how you've grown up. It's like you don't let the negative Nancys, you don't let the haters, they can't bring you down. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you're leveling up and you're way more abundant. And I feel like you're generous, but you're not overgiving. Okay? You're not letting people drain you. And that's how you've grown up, is like, you've really nurtured something. You've created something, and this is only the beginning of this situation. But like, that's how you've grown up, is like you stay committed to the point where it's like people have seen tangible growth, or you've seen tangible growth, to know that this is real. And it's shocking people, because look at her. It's not only shocking to you because you're like, whoa, this is, I never expected to be here, or I never expected to be doing this, but here I am. Okay, some of y'all could be in the spotlight too, and that's how you've grown up, is like maybe you got more followers, or you're going viral in some way, shape, or form, and thus getting more money, more opportunities, more accolades, more recognition, blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. Especially with the Hierophant here too, you could be leading people, teaching people, inspiring people, all of the above. You've grown up in your spirituality as well. Your connection to the divine, your connection to your soul, your connection to God is heightened as well. And that's how you've grown up. You know, you could be inspiring people to kind of take a look at themselves, or tap in a little bit more, or do their own research in regards to what they believe, you know? Because I feel like you're open about your beliefs. But that's where we're going to call it, my beautiful pal ones. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What up, pal 2? It's me, Drea, and it's the Theowlsintuition. If you are new, welcome. Hit that subscribe. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you. And the bell, so you get notified every single time I post a new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a little thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. If you want to book a reading, my email is in the description box, but I will never message you for a reading, so just be careful of scammers. And my readings are 40% off until the end of December 2024, so check that out and take advantage of that if you feel called to. Alright, we're going to get your current energy to see if this is your pile. If this doesn't resonate, that's okay. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Do what makes you happy. Just live your life for you, okay? But it's always my intention that it feels like a personal, but just never let these messages take from you, okay, baby? Let's get into it. Get into it, yeah. Okay. What is pile number... There it is. The Shaman. Wow. Wow, you guys are tapped in, bitch. Tapped in. Not only are you tapped in, but you're a mirror. We literally have the mirror at the back of the deck. You are legit. Alright, so there's some kind of... very deep spiritual essence that you embody that kind of lets people know that you are, you were a shaman in your past life, you're a shaman in this life, you're a sorcerer, you do magic, you're just a magical being, you're a healer. I don't know what this is, okay? But you're a student for life, and you could be a practitioner, but I feel like you're done over giving. You're done, like, promising everybody the world while not even giving yourself anything. You give everybody the world and you deceive yourself. You know, you're this diamond and you're surrounded by all this darkness because you put yourself there. It's time to grab your diamond ass and plop yourself where you belong, with the other baddies, okay? Not with the other diamonds, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're tapped in though, okay? Moral of the story is that you're very tapped in, you're very leveled up, you're very wise and intuitive, you have the codes, you got the cheat codes, you're better at this than other people. And it's not to say that you're a better person, calm down, it just means that you are better at living. Because one thing about me that I will continue to say till I hit that fucking grave is that everyone can live their life that's best for them by doing what's best for them, okay? And what I mean by that is that some people play piano and that's their magic power, and that's what makes them happy, and that's what makes their life the best. They feel fulfilled. That helps them. that's not gonna help me, bitch, okay? I'm gonna be like, ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna fuck that shit up, okay? And no one who plays piano goes around telling people you should play piano. If you don't play piano, you're gonna be a failure. You're gonna be. But why does everyone feel the need to do that for everything else in life? You know what I'm saying? And you're starting to see beyond that. You're starting to see the snakes for who they are. The people who end up criticizing people who are living their dreams, or because they don't feel capable or brave enough to tackle their own shit, or they blame everyone else. You know, I got pregnant at this age and I did this at this age. You know, I've seen mothers do crazy things, and fathers too. Okay, and I don't mean deadbeat daddies and shit like that. All I'm saying is that there's people who have done the impossible. People who've done things, who didn't have legs, who did things you need legs to fucking do, okay? All I'm saying is that the only person who can limit you is you, and you're done with that bullshit. You're connecting to God, you're connecting to yourself, you're connecting to source, and you're activating something that has been within you, okay? You're going to be learning something new, and you're healing a part of yourself that was limiting yourself. And I feel like it was a part of yourself that either got yelled at as a child for wanting to do something or asking a lot of questions. Maybe you're a very curious person and you always ask a lot of questions. You'd be like, why? And you probably got yelled at. Your parents were like, why? Oh, because I said so. Like a fucking dragon and shit, right? And that put a dark shadow on questioning, okay? Maybe when you got into school, you were a quiet student who, you know, you participated, but you were super quiet until you know, started to act out. And then in your teenage years, you were loud and all this extrovert shit, but really you were not extroverted. You were kind of wearing a mask. And now it's like, oh, I'm an introvert because you want to stay. No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is perception. You've been all of that. What are you really? Whatever your belief is. That's how you change your life, is what you identify as. Are you an introvert? Am I an Aries? Am I a shaman? What do you identify with? Am I a healthy person? Am I a gym rat? Am I a model? What do you want to be? And that's where you're learning. You're like, I don't have to put myself in a box and identify with just one thing. I am beyond my labels. I am beyond this vessel. But I'm here to do these things. And I can do more than one thing. I can be an artist and a singer at the same time. I can be an actress and a tarot reader. I can be a writer and somebody who, you know, likes to cook. I can be a chef. Like, what? Who's gonna tell me no? You know what I'm saying? That's what you're realizing. Like, you're not letting other people tell you how to live your life. You're choosing your life for you, and people are going to be desperately trying to gain power and control over you in these next few weeks by telling you you should be doing this, or like, why are you still doing that, or this or that. Keep going. Don't give up on yourself. So if that resonates at all, let's get into your reading. All right, how have you glown up? Pile 2. So we have gratitude, take action, and then we have investigate. We have 35 and 23 energy, 32 energy as well, 53 energy. You could be 32 gang, or 23, or 35, or 53. At the end of the day, you're taking action towards your goals and dreams, okay? And you're standing on business, okay? Maybe you were the type of person who always got into analysis paralysis, or you're the type of person who was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe next year I'll go travel by myself, or maybe next year I'll do this, or maybe, you know, for my New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. Maybe you were that person all the time. And recently, or in these past few years, the way you've glowed up is like you finally take action on what it is that you desire. You create things, you move. You don't just sit there and talk the talk, you walk the walk. And that's how you've grown up, is like you stand on business, okay? Also, you're very grateful for the people in your life, but you will change and you will move if you outgrow people. If people aren't doing the work, then you will continuously go to where people are doing the work, where you have people who are looking at life through a higher perspective, okay? I do feel like you're more observant, but less not reactive. I just feel like you peep game and you act accordingly. And that's how you've grown up, is just like, maybe, again, this emphasis on like, maybe you were loud and stuff like that, and now it's like you have this quiet confidence that really makes your energy is loud now. You don't have to yell anymore, okay? Maybe you still have a loud voice though, but there's some kind of change in your tone. Okay, maybe your voice has changed in some way, shape, or form. But you also have grown up because you have learned your lesson from the unfair treatment, from the deception, from all the betrayals that you went through. You have learned from that, and you've grown, and you did not continue the cycle of negativity. You transmuted that energy, and that's how you've grown up. Is that you could have been petty, you could have gotten revenge, you could have started taking your anger out on everybody else and their mother instead of doing the work, but you did the work and you did the healing, and you know, you found gratitude in those connections, even though they have passed on, even though they have, you know, they don't serve you anymore, you know, even though there was it was a bad ending for some of you. You still found gratitude in the connection because it wasn't all bad anyway. Like, people be like, oh my god, this person, but like, it wasn't all that bad. The whole time it wasn't that bad. Calm down. Like, you had good times with this person, you know, even though sometimes you were stressed or these people tried to restrict you. There was a lot of restrictive energies, a lot of projections onto you, and how you've grown up is that you're dancing to the beat of your own drum. What? What is a drub? Okay, you're dancing to the beat of your own drum. Now, is that a real word? No. And you're influencing people, but in a positive light. Okay, people have released any assumptions about you. Okay, people had a lot of assumptions about you, and people tried to spin this thing on your reputation, but your reputation precedes you because you are beyond your reputation. And I know 333, that sounds crazy, but you have a reputation, and then when people meet you, they kind of like don't understand why you have this reputation, because they're like, this person is actually really dope and really inspiring, and I'm grateful to know this person. So I don't get it. Like, for the record, this person's actually great, okay? Like, but you have, you've grown up in the way that you operate in life, in the way that you talk to people and tell people about your life, okay? You don't really tell people things, and that's how you've grown up, is that you're moving in silence. You're, you know, you may have been critical about people, and you may have observed people and then spoke things to people, but it's like you could have been notorious for giving unsolicited advice, and that's how you're glowing up. Okay, let's get anything else. Gratitude, what's that about? No reversals or reversals? No reversals. Okay. 8 of Swords. Yeah, maybe you were super anxious and super stressed, and you couldn't see the forest through the trees, and you just had a negative outlook on life, and now it's like you're releasing that anxiety, you're releasing that trappedness, that constricted energy. You're no longer letting your mental block your physical movements and block you from living your best life. You're making changes, and these changes are making you feel more love and feel more gratitude. And that's how you've grown up. You're living a more intentionally grateful life, and gratitude shifts your life. Okay, so I don't know what y'all been doing. Maybe you've been practicing gratitude a lot more or something like that. It's working. Keep doing that. Take action. 7 of Swords. All these swords, big mental energy. Yeah, take action. People thought you was lying, bitch. 9 of Swords. What the fuck? Like, what? This is over 20 swords, bro. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, people really thought you was gonna end things. You were gonna be stuck and stagnant. You were never gonna take action, and you did, and that's how you've grown up, is like you stood on business. You're making your dreams a reality. You're taking action, you're putting in the work, and you've been consistent. You've been consistent. You told people, I'm gonna do this, and they said, haha, and you're like, watch me, and you did it. Journalists, because a lot of people don't. They say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Wow, okay, Jesus. Whoa. But they don't. Where'd the other card go? I'm gonna find it one day. Oh, here it is. The Chariot. Yeah, look, see, your determination, your focus is bringing in new opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're growing something. You've not only grown yourself, but you're growing something physically that people can see, that people are talking about, and that is how you've grown up, is that you are growing something, you're building something, and you're creating something that is going to make a positive impact, something that's actually making people feel grateful for you. And it's like you lied to yourself and thought like, oh, I'm not good at this, or people ain't gonna really like this, when in reality people do like it, and it's it's bringing you in success. Keep going. Keep that determination. This is going to be worth it. Like, you're a star. This is helping you to bring in your wishes fulfilled. You're not seeing that clearly. So keep, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're creating, whatever you have worked on, whatever that is how you have grown up, is because you made like a little baby. And maybe you had a child too, but at the end of the day, it's something that you're cultivating and creating from scratch, like not a baby. But yeah, let's get into your tarot. All right, pile 2. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Wands, the Star in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Sun, the Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. And then we also have the Three of Cups in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Why did I hear party pooper? Did you used to like fight at parties and shit? Or like, it's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to type shit? I feel like it's either you were surrounded by people like that and you used to blow up on those people and then it would cause a whole scene and everyone's day is ruined. Or you were that person who's kind of like, if you were mad, it was like you were mad and like you wouldn't take it out on everybody, but like you would be a grouch to people. Like people wouldn't want to be around you because like if you're mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're grumpy and you're being mean to people when they didn't do anything to you. So like it was like that kind of shit. The way you've grown up is like you don't do that shit anymore. All right? Or you don't let these negative Nancy's get you to that point. So whatever, you know, but you came from a time where like, I don't know, either you were surrounded by bad friends who caused imbalance and bad luck in your life and they were blocking your blessings and they were jealous of you and they didn't really want you to succeed and they kind of emotionally manipulated you, or anytime like they would piss you off or do something that was shysty and you called them out on it, they would gaslight you, and like you don't experience that anymore. You're not friends with those people. How you've grown up is like your circle has grown up. Okay, you're no longer surrounding yourself around those type of people, the people who would force you to dim your light, or you know what I'm saying, like that kind of energy, negative Nancy's, haters, shit talkers, shade throwers, whatever. You're not around those people anymore, and because of that, now you've found balance in your life, you've found happiness, you've found the clarity that you need to move forward. Okay, you're no longer stuck or stagnant, and you actually believe in yourself. Okay, a lot of these people that you were surrounded with in the past, they called themselves your friends, but they really didn't support you in a healthy manner. You know what I'm saying? Now you have people who support you and help you and motivate you to achieve your dreams and your goals. Okay, you also have learned to become more patient, and that's how you've grown up as well. You may slow down when you talk, you may slow down and like smell the roses type shit. Like you're not in a rush. You know when you're in a rush and like everything fucks up and it makes you even later? I think you learned from that and you kind of slowed down in some way, shape, or form. Or you're just not in a rush anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all even used to speed and stuff like that, or you were a bad driver, and some of you guys, you became a better driver, or you don't speed like that anymore. Okay, but there's something about you wanting to shine and you know, not hiding yourself anymore, and that's how you've grown up, is like your confidence to be your true self and no longer dim your light and not worry about what's not working out for you. And also, you don't envy people anymore. Okay, I feel like you're focused on yourself. Maybe you were focused on other people, or used to watch people like living things and doing things, and you were like, I wish I could do that, and deep down like you had that envy low key. It's like you don't do that anymore, if you ever did. I'm not saying all of y'all did, but you know, if you did, you did. Like, we've all been jealous, like, oh my god, like they got into a relationship, damn, they're fine, I wish my man, you know, like that could, I wish I had a man that looked like that, you know, one day. Now you're like, nah, I know when my shit's coming, it's coming. I'm not worried about what they have. I'm on my own timeline, and that's how you are right now, and that's how you've blown up. Is like you realize you're in your own lane, you're not in competition with anybody, you're congratulating the people who are winning, even if it's before you, even if it's in the same lane as you or a similar lane, not really the same lane, but like even if they're right next to you, you're like, hey, go ahead, I'll see you there. You're realizing it's a marathon, not a race, and that's how you've grown up. You've also changed your style in some way, shape, or form, or your hair, or something about your looks, or the way you present yourself, or maybe your accessories, or your smell goods, maybe your hair products, or your perfume or cologne. You've changed that, and whatever you've changed it to, oh my god, it's like intoxicating, okay? Or like the way that your shower routine is, and the lotions and everything that you use, and whatever you wash your hair with, all the smells put together, you just smell good. You smell delectable, okay? Your communication it comes off better. You're more compassionate, you're less abrasive, okay? Maybe you used to be extremely blunt, and you know, it's okay to be honest and truthful, but you don't have to be like blunt about it. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned that because I'm a blunt person too, but I'm learning to kind of be digestible, not in a way that changes myself, but in a way that it's like I'm more tactful. Like I'm still honest, but I'm not out here like saying rude, crude shit, you know? Like I feel like that's how you are. I'm not saying that's swearing, and it's not about the swearing, it's just about the way that you would direct things to people. Like, you know, you got some shit in your teeth, instead of saying that in front of everybody, like maybe you were that kind of person because you didn't think that they would get offended, but now maybe you've realized or you've seen it or someone spoke up to you, and it's like, you know what, you'd be like, hey, you got something in your teeth. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. No, it's okay. We couldn't really see it. I just peeped it. You know what I'm saying? Like that type shit. Like those were the same situations, but it was a totally different energy. You know what I'm saying? So you're more in the second phase of that energy, and I feel like you're more exciting, you're more youthful. The way you're glowing up also is that you're aging backwards with this Page of Wands and this Sun energy. Not only is your energy aging backwards, but you still have that wisdom, but it's like your face is aging backwards, or you just look younger. Maybe you're taking better care of yourself, taking precautions. Maybe you're living more of a prevention type of life, so maybe getting active, eating better, vitamins, sleeping more, etc., etc. That's helping you to glow up, and that's how you're glowing up, and that's how you've grown up. Is like you're taking better care of yourself, and you're not surrounded by toxic ass people, you're not doing toxic things, and you're treating people better and treating yourself better. You have boundaries that are firm, but your boundaries are not disrespectful, okay? You don't cuss people out anymore, and you may not even attract drama into your life anymore. I feel like your life is so much more peaceful. You had an imbalanced and chaotic life filled with many unfortunate events and sorrows, and it's like now it's like you're finding peace, and that's how you've grown up. Is like you've shifted your inner reality, and it's reflecting towards your outer reality, okay? You did the healing that you were putting off, the healing that you were avoiding, and it's like that changed your life, and you're about to see a massive change in your looks, and it's gonna be kind of crazy. You've already grown up, don't get me wrong, but you're just in the beginning. You're about to glow up even more these next few months. Like 5 months from now, child, I'm telling you, get ready for everybody throwing their hot pockets at you, throwing their ding dongs. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, let me stop. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What up, pal? 3 last but never least, baby, it's me, Drea. I'm Theowlsintuition. Alright, in these next few months, you're going to be making moves that may seem drastic to others, but actually you've been, y'all been planning this for a while, but people are going to feel like you've been plotting, but you've literally been planning. Like, this has been a goal for you. So you're going to achieve some kind of goal, and it's going to happen rapidly, even for you, okay? But you've been working towards this for a long time. Look at the Knight of Pentacles confirming this shit, like, but it's going to disrupt someone else's foundation, but give you, like, a firm foundation. So could have to do with moving or leaving a job or breaking off a connection. So yeah, they're gonna be like, oh my god, why would you do that? But like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I do that? All right. If you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell. Whoa, that was like some action. Okay, calm down. And hit the bell so you get notified every time I post some new stuff. And if it resonates, shoot me a little comment and a thumbs up to let me know that it resonated. If you want to book a reading, hit that subscribe and the bell. Okay, what? You want to book a reading? Hit the subscribe. You gotta be subscribed, bitch. Shut the fuck up. If you want to book a reading, email me, okay? My email is in the description box, but I will never message you for a reading, so just be careful of scammers, okay? I just spit up a little bit. That's all right. And then I spit everywhere else, too. Wow, we're just on a roll. What's happening here? Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be chaotic, because what the fuck is going on? Alright, but let's get your current energy to see if this is your pile, alright? If this doesn't resonate, you can watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader, do whatever makes you happy, okay? Just live your life for you, but it is my intention that it feels like a personal, but if it don't let these messages take from you. It's not that deep, it's not that serious. Continue, carry on. The fuck? Alright, what is pile 3's current energy? Just one card for me, thank you, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is it one? Oh, nice. Alethea. Alethea! Makes me think of Althea. And then Alethea. Aletha. I used to work with a girl who had a name. Her name was almost spelled like that, but it wasn't like that. So, and then we have fault line. Yeah, something faulty is breaking away. Okay, you're pulling the thread on whatever was making you unhappy, and it's like boop, 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 boop. Bye, bitch. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I hope it makes sense to y'all that you are stepping into some kind of evolution where you are no longer blaming others or, you know, pointing blame on the world or whatever it is. You're like, I'm gonna see where I'm at fault and where I can improve, and I'm gonna continue to improve, because why am I blaming others? Yeah, this card represents truth. Okay, not only are you very honest and truthful, but you see the duality in the world, but you also understand it. Okay, you're not like, people talk about duality all the time, but duality is beyond what people really see. Okay, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? Just because there's negativity in the world doesn't mean the whole world is negative. Just because something bad happens and it's bad to your perspective doesn't mean it's actually bad, because 9 times out of 10, it's literally divine intervention. It might seem bad, but it's because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, every time I've been on the wrong path, something bad happens, or I get sick, or I get into a car accident, and then I have my spiritual awakening. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And my battery dying. But yeah, so what's happening is you're acknowledging your truth, you're connecting with yourself, and you're creating your own story. You're understanding that you're cool just the way you are. You're an amazing being just the way you are. And yeah, we can always do better, but you're just fine. Like, you're not a terrible person. And, you know, just because some people do terrible things doesn't mean they're always a terrible person too. Some people make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've made mistakes, you've made mistakes, we've all made mistakes. And we grow and we learn and we become better, okay? But none of this stuff that's going on in your life is going to make rational sense to you, okay? It's going to seem like things are falling to shit, falling out of place, but it's all happening for your highest and best good. 444. It's divine intervention. Like, they're showing me, like, this happened a long time ago. No one was hurt, but there was a house fire up the street from my house, and I walk by that house and I look at it. Mind you, the person who lived in the house, they moved up the street, but like, they moved to a nice new house, and then some of the people still stayed in the house. It was a triple decker. I digress. The moral of the story is that house burned down, but nobody was hurt. It needed to get redone. You know what I'm saying? And things like that happen. Like forest fires, when the lightning strikes the forest and all of a sudden everything burns away, but you start to see the new plants growing. Like, that's this kind of situation that's happening in your life. So drastic change is happening for you. So kind of just surrender and trust the process, because you might not understand it when you're in the thick of it, but it's happening for you and not to you. Okay? So, if that resonates at all, let's get into your reading. Alright, pile 3. So, what is this? How are you glowing up? How have you grown up recently, okay? Or how do people feel like you have grown up? But this is general too, okay? So it's both. We have attraction, which is a super moon. Holy shit, 44 energy. Then we have 1, stormy. And then we have doctor and nurse. So 1, you're taking better care of your health, okay? I feel like you're nursing yourself back to your prime after a stormy era. You went through something that was tough, okay? Yeah, look, 8 of Swords in the reverse. You're getting out of that. Gemini energy. 5 of fucking wands. There was chaos in your life. Things got stormy. Things got shitty. The devil. The devil was trying to take you down. The devil was trying to take you down. And you persevered, okay? So how you grown up is that despite going through all this stormy energy and getting attached and chained to certain things and not seeing yourself with this 1 energy, first house energy, not seeing yourself clearly, not seeing yourself as a beautiful being, okay, not seeing yourself as you truly are. You're seeing yourself through a skewed lens or a lens that was placed on by others, okay? It's like given like you went to the eye doctor and you know how they're shuffling back and forth. Choose 1 or 2. 1 or 2. And like it's like you didn't pick it. You said number 2 is better, and you didn't pick it. The doctor said, okay, we're gonna do lens 1 for you, okay? Because fuck your opinion, right? So it's given like you did things for others, or you did things that's you're no longer operating out of what does everyone else need. And it's not to say that you're not of service, because we have doctors are of service. Doctors, well, that's okay, debatable. Big pharma is against us, but I digress. Let me stop. But I feel like you're more open, okay? How you've grown up is that you're more open for help. You're more open about what needs to change. You're more open of your struggles. You're talking to people more, okay? Maybe you were a suffer in silence kind of person, and now it's like when you need help, you'll help, okay? If you can't help, you're not going to overexert yourself, and you're not going to do too much when you need to give to yourself, okay? You're still selfless, but you're helping yourself first, okay? But your health is improving. Your energy is improving. You're protecting your energy more. You're no longer in this stormy situation. Things are less chaotic. You don't let nobody talk to you with no type of disrespect. And I'm not saying that you purposely did, but you don't put yourself in those predicaments, okay? You're not surrounded by those people. And even, like, it's like you have a force field around you of energy that protects you from attracting those type of energies. And that's what it is. Your point of attraction. With the attraction here, like, your point of attraction is super powerful, potent, that people who are of low vibrational energies, like that person who always used to piss you off, that used to come into your job and piss you off, then all of a sudden they don't come anymore, because that's not what you're attracting anymore. You shifted your point of attraction. You shifted your vibration, and that's how you've grown up. Energetically, you've grown up, okay? It's a new beginning. It's a new start, okay? What is this attraction? But yeah, you're becoming more attractive, like energetic, but also physical, but it's mainly energetic for you guys. It's like people are starting to see like your energy differently, okay? Yes, reversals? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're more calm. How you've grown up is you trust your intuition. You trust yourself. You don't allow things to block you from taking action towards your path. Queen of fucking Wands, bitch. Like, are you kidding me? Because of this, you're no longer putting yourself in stormy situations, and that's how you've grown up. You trust your intuition so much to the point where it's like people are baffled as to how you're so good at this, okay? How do you not get caught up? How do you not get upset? How do you not have these bad situations happen, or how do you handle these bad situations so differently than you used to? Okay, what's the stormy energy? Ace of Wands in the reverse. You no longer let your emotions block you from taking actions. You no longer let your emotions block you from having a good day. You don't let the chaotic energies of the outside circumstances that you have no control over fuck up your whole day, okay? A lot of people, misery loves company, right? So people would project their shitty energy, walk into work, project vomit onto you, or come into the house, whatever it is. It doesn't matter who the fuck did it. You were surrounded by people who just wanted to see you miserable because you was doing your own thing. You stayed to yourself, hermit. You was like, yeah, I'm gonna go camping over here. I'm just gonna chill out. I'm a chill dude. Like, I'm a chill girl. Like, you know, like, I'm a chill person. And I don't know why you're acting like an asshole. But your boundaries are so strong to the point energetically that these people just can't surface around you. They just can't get next to you, and that's how you've blown up, okay? Doctor or nurse. All right. Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, how you've blown up too is also you may be taking a more holistic approach, more preventative, like I was talking about in another pile. We're not waiting until we have cancer. We are taking prevention against cancer. We are preventing. We are all for prevention. We're taking our supplements, we're taking our vitamins, we're getting our steps, and we're getting our sun. We're taking the time to meditate, to breathe, to just be, okay? You've lowered your stress levels, okay? You've done some healing and you've moved on from situations that were chaotic, situations that threw you out of balance. You are still traditional, don't get me wrong, but you live an unexplainable life, I guess you can say. And that's how you've grown up, is that you're no longer living life for others. You're living your life for you while helping others, if that makes sense. Like, you're still guiding others, but you're no longer telling people how to live. You're showing people how to live. And that's how you've grown up too. And you've grown up beyond a relationship. You could either be in a relationship or single, and regardless of what happened, I feel like you would be okay. If you got into a relationship, you'd be okay. If you broke up with your person, you'd be okay. After the storm, but still, you would be okay. You would be okay. All right? And it's like, you wouldn't let it mess up your whole life. You would just be like, you know what? Or if you got rejected by something, you'd be like, you know what? Rejection is divine protection. It's like, you're no longer letting things block you. You're no longer letting little mistakes or fuck ups fuck up your whole day. Okay? If you make a mistake on a project, you're not throwing out the whole project. No, you don't do that anymore. Maybe you used to be the type of person who would blow up and flip it out and just throw everything and be like, you know what? It's trash. I'm not doing this anymore. I give up. Not anymore. You're not a quitter. Alright, let's get into your tarot. Alright, so now all of you guys are on the neurospicy spectrum, but you could be, and you could have been a high masking person, and you don't mask anymore. Straight up like that. And that is pissing people off, but it's also making you more authentic. And when you're more authentic, you glow up energetically because your energy feels comfortable. You are as you are. You present as you are. You don't have to fake the funk. You don't have to exert extra energy to pretend to be something you're not. And that's how you've grown up. It's like, and I don't think you were ever fake, but I do feel like at some points you masked to make others comfortable, or to not get bullied, or to just avoid conflict, okay? Because you was just like, I just don't want to deal with it today. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the mask slips, and then people say some shit and make fun of you or whatever, and then you're like, ugh. You put it back on. Now you're like, when people say something or try to judge you or make you feel uncomfortable for just being you, you move the fuck away. You're like, I'm not gonna cry. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna fucking sweat over some bullshit. You can't make me feel uncomfortable. Fuck out of here. All right, let's talk about the cards. So we have the Two of Swords, the Empress. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse. Excuse me. Six of Cups in the reverse. Some of y'all could have come from another pile. We have the Page of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and we also have the Nine of Cups and the Fool that came out for this last row. Usually we don't have two, but we have one. Body positivity is coming through. Again, you're embracing all of yourself, but your body is changing and your style is changing, and I feel like you're embracing yourself, or you're learning how to dress better for you, but it's also like expressive, more colors, or, you know, just different styles. I don't know what this is, but you changed your style in some way, shape, or form, and that's how you're glowing up. And you're keeping it fresh, but also you may wear comfy clothes like a sweatsuit or track shoes, okay, a tracksuit or something, you know? You keep it funky, you keep it fresh, you keep it ready, okay? How you've grown up too is you finally see yourself for how attractive you are. You guys didn't see how attractive you were. Okay, you were overcritical because you were judged, and all throughout your childhood and your life, people pointed out your flaws, and it made you feel like you were never beautiful. But just because you had certain things that people didn't like, that had nothing to do with like you not being beautiful or handsome. Like, you were perfect the way you were, but people didn't like that, okay? And you know, the crazy thing is like, people made fun of the things that they wish they had on you too, which is weird. Like, if you have nice ass thick eyebrows, people be like, oh, look at your bushy eyebrows, and now they filling in their eyebrows to get eyebrows like you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, you have thin, nice shaped eyebrows, and people are trying to say, oh, you have no eyebrows, but now they're plucking their eyebrows to look like you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of vibe. And that's how you've grown up. It's like, you just don't give a shit about that. You're not crying over the bullshit. You're not crying over the past. You're over it. You're healing it. You're letting it go, okay? You're over the immature people. And how you've grown up too is like, you're full force towards success, and you don't care who sees you. You don't care who has anything to say about what you want, or the path you want to take, or the risks that you take. You don't care about the people from your past. You don't care about friends. You don't care who. It don't matter. It don't matter. You're like, I don't give a shit about what you have to say about my current path, because I know where I'm going, and I'm full force towards success, okay? You take better care of yourself too, okay? Maybe you do more self-care, or you go to get your hair done, nails done, whatever else. Go to the barber, go to a esthetician. I don't know what you do, but you take better care of yourself. Maybe you do, you know, salt baths more, or you're like energetic cleansing more, or you take your spiritual hygiene but your physical hygiene very seriously now. Okay, so you're looking really good with the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles and the Wands. This is my physical, my physically glowing up. So pile 3, the other 2 piles, you know, maybe you came from those 2 piles, but those 2 piles were on a different level. This is like you, I don't know who you are, okay, but you're looking better, you're dressing better, you're acting better, I don't know, just something about etiquette. Okay, like and it's not that you're acting better, it's just like you're acting bougie, but you're not bougie. Okay, the way I'm saying it don't make sense, but what I'm saying is that you're acting like you're high class, exclusive, elusive, but you're still kind and compassionate. But you have firm boundaries, and you ain't gonna take no shit. You have a sharp tongue, but you know how to retract it, and you know how to be kind to those who are not trying to physically attack you, but you'll tear somebody up if they are. You're applying your wisdom, but you're not letting your wisdom hold you back from enjoying life, okay? Have you ever noticed when certain restrictions and stuff, you're no longer restricting yourself, okay? Like, at one point, I was vegan for like 3 months and stuff like that. And it was good for me, don't get me wrong, but I'm more of like a everything in balance type of situation. And, yeah, I think that's what you are. You're finding balance. You're no longer blocking your heart. You're opening your heart chakra, and you're being more open and loving to others, okay? But you're not performing. You're not allowing people to make you the butt of the joke. You're no longer allowing people to perform for you. It's like you don't care. And this goes for social media too. How you've grown up is that you're exclusive on social media too, okay? And okay, what the fuck? All I'm saying is, like, physically, you guys, you look so much better. You look less stressed, you look healthier, and you look happier. You look like you've transformed your whole life, okay? Heavy Libra energy. You have Venus coming through with the Empress, but this card also has Libra on it as well. But at the end of the day, like, you're looking good. Sitting happy on your throne, transforming. Oh my god, like... And you're embracing your uniqueness more. You may be doing things that just make you stand out, or things that, you know, maybe you didn't feel comfortable with. You're accentuating those things. If you didn't feel comfortable with your hips or your titties or whatever it is, you're accentuating that in your own way, shape, or form. Not in a vulgar way. I don't mean it like that, but I mean, like, you know, now you're like, maybe you're doing like strapless or no bra or whatever. I don't know. But regardless, at the end of the day, and the Nine of Cups, bitch, you're looking good. You're taking care of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Your skin is getting clearer too. You're smelling better. Your complexion could be clearing, okay? Maybe less blackheads, less acne. on your body too. I feel like your skin is soft. How you've grown up is your skin is getting softer. No more cracked feet, no more chafed hands. Okay, I can't say the same. My hands get rough in the fucking winter, and I swear to God I put lotion multiple times a day. It's just something that I just have to like accept, but it's getting better. It's healing. It's healing. We're getting there. Anyway, but yeah, your confidence, your determination is how you've grown up as well. Like, you're acting, you're taking action, okay? You're trusting your intuition, you're trusting that gut feeling, and you're acting on it, and you're attracting abundance, you're attracting whatever it is that you desire, pretty much, with this Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, bitch, and the Nine of Cups, like, what the fuck? But yeah, you're taking calculated risks, and you're heading towards your legacy, right? You're creating a legacy, but not the way that everyone wants you to. With the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like you're not creating a legacy that is of your legacy. Like, this is a new legacy. You're changing the legacy, or this is like you creating the first legacy. Like, there's been a legacy, but it has not been the legacy of positivity. You're switching it to this Jupiter energy, okay? You're getting out of whatever karmic cycle that you're generations before you have been in, whatever grief, whatever sorrow, and that's how you've grown up, because it's like you ended so many generational curses that this is going to be a successful life filled with abundance, happiness, joy, freedom, excitement, and love, and none of whatever this shit was. Because like whatever, there's big emphasis on like your past, people from your past seeing that you've grown up, and they're sorrows, they're going through sadness, okay? They're heartbroken because they can't be with you, especially if you've had like exes and shit like that. I don't know, there's something about you becoming so attractive that it hurts. Okay, so people like already saw that you were attractive, but you have this unconventional attractiveness, but now it's like you're mixing that with the conventional attractiveness, and now it's like you're a bombshell, and people are like, this person is stunning. But it's not even just your looks, it's your energy. So your energy is getting better and your looks are getting better. But anyway, enough. That's where we're gonna end it. Pile number 3. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.